Greetings and welcome to the boat shop. Today is June 19th, 2024. And we have been working on putting plywood on the side, or actually the bottoms now. And as you can see here, I've got two pieces of plywood put on. Now I did have help getting these set up in there, so that was good. That is beneficial. By far the easiest way to do that. So we got progress made there. The only problem is I'm pretty much out of fiberglass. I may have enough to do a partial sheet. I don't think that's going to get one sheet done. So I ordered more fiberglass last week, and I've got it. Should be here tomorrow. I don't know. It's 10-ounce e-glass, which is the same as this stuff here. For some reason, there's a seller on eBay, not eBay, on Amazon, that had it for a 60-inch wide roll, which this is 50-inch, so it'd be 10 inches wider than this, and 20 yards long, which is 60 feet. Had it for $46. So that's way too cheap. For this 125 yard roll, when I originally bought it, of this 10-ounce fabric, was not quite $1,000, just about $1,000. So that was shipping and everything. But so I don't know what the deal is with the stuff that I ordered. So I ordered 3 of those rolls. So that's 60 yards. That's half as much as what I had here originally, and that should be enough for me to finish the boat. I would think quite easily. If it's actually, 60-inch wide by 20-yard rolls of glass cloth, and they're 10-ounce and they're decent stuff. So we'll see. I'm a little skeptical. $2 a yard versus, almost $8 a yard. We shall see. I'm hopeful, but it's supposed to be here tomorrow, so we shall see. So in the meantime, I've been working up here, getting some plywood on here, and as you can see, I've almost got this first layer done up here under the pilot house in this area of the boat. I'm fiberglassing. I am not fiberglassing. I am epoxying this edge down, and then the rest of it I've been using the regular construction adhesive, that PL Premium. Interesting thing on that PL Premium, I went to look up the user sheet on it, or whatever it is, and I came across, I just did a Google search, and I came across a bunch of different listings for people using it for boat. Now I suppose maybe that's the new AI function, that they know that I'm building a boat, and Google knows that, and it spits out returns that are more appropriate for me. But anyway, it turns out a lot of people have been using that PL Premium. A lot of professionals have been using PL Premium for boat construction for some time now. So yeah, it was good to see that, to see that other people were using the PL Premium on boats too. And it was evidently kind of a, maybe not real well kept secret, but a secret they were trying to keep amongst themselves for a while there. They didn't want people to know how quick and easy it was to do that, to use that PL Premium in boat construction. Works nice as a bedding compound, they say, and of course as an adhesive. So as you can see here, I've got this mostly done. And where that curve came down here, it laid nicely on that. That curve would be, or that joint would, not joint, but that bend would be right about here. Yeah, it gave me, it worked fine. It worked just fine. What I'm doing is screwing this down, and kind of like what I did with the plywood on the sides. And then once the glue is fully set, I pull these screws out. That way I don't have a bunch of screws embedded in that I'm hitting later on. And we can drive screws pretty much anywhere we want in the future and not have to worry about hitting things. The glue itself especially when you consider the epoxy is going to be plenty strong enough on its own. It doesn't even need screws. But I will go ahead and run screws through the top layer of this when I'm finishing up, and leave them in permanent. Leave those screws in permanently. And there will be 3 layers of this 1/2 inch. So right now it's just got a third of the final layer on here. So it should be pretty strong up here when we're done. But the thing inside is, it gets pretty dark and gloomy in here. And it's really going to get dark and gloomy in here when this side is done. So I decided to put some lights in here. And I got a couple of lights up in here. A couple of fluorescent lights in here. The first one's just in the middle of that bay there. Then the next one I put this way to kind of light up the inside a little better, because that's all I had was 2 of them. But I'll probably put one of these lights in each one of these framing bays. So we'll have a nice bright engine room, easy to work on in here. Work on things, the engine and whatnot. But anyway, so I ordered some more of these. They're not that expensive. They're 120 volts. I will probably put some 12 volt lights in here also, just in the event you have a malfunction with the inverter. You can have lights readily available. Won't put as many lights, 12 volt lights in it, as I will have on the AC side of things. But anyway, you get the idea. We want to have enough light in here that we can work on things, and especially as our eyes get older, we tend to want more light. But anyway, so yeah, so we're getting this all sealed up, so we don't get there's that I was talking about last week. I put some paper and masking tape behind there to keep wood chips from falling down into the bilge. And then once we get all this sealed up, we'll be able to start working up here. What happens is all of these deck beams need to be planed. If you put something across here, it's going to lay on these points, and so these points all need to be planed down. It's not going to be real bad, and yeah, you can maybe see it a little better at the outside edge there, but it's going to need to be done, and it's going to throw chips everywhere. So yeah, we'll get everything that we can or that we need to. We'll get it sealed up, and I think what I'm going to do on the plywood end of things here, I've got this set of plywood running fore and aft. I think the next layer of plywood I'm going to run, the long way this way, and the final one will run the other way again, probably. I don't know. Georgia talked about laying it all lengthwise, fore and aft, because it was easier to lay it. But I think it should make it stronger if I, put a layer in crossways. Well, I know it will. So I think that's what we'll do, because I don't think I'm going to have any issues with, bending things on here. We don't have that many curves or whatnot in here, so I don't think it's going to matter in that respect. And I've been marking on the outside of the hull where my deck beams are and where the frames are. That way when I go to put screws or whatnots in there, I know where they are. Yeah, it seems like a good idea to do that now. Because down the road, it's, you're not going to know where they are. So, all right. I haven't really been up to much else this past week. It's been raining almost non-stop. I did manage to get my yard mowed a few days ago between rains, but it's been wet, very wet. You can see that there's water standing again, and in fact, if you look out here, you can see a lot of trash that washed through here. It's standing water back here too. Our feet are wet. But you can see all this trash out of the field that got washed out onto my yard. This waterway here, which is, there's a reason it's called a waterway, because water flows down here. But this waterway was a river. I literally could have taken my small boat down this waterway the other day when it was raining. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. We've been dry for so many years, and now all of a sudden we're just excessively wet. Oh, and the small boat, you know, I told you I was getting that cleaned out and trying to get it ready for use. Of course, it needs to quit raining before I can take the boat out too, but I bought some of that pet odor remover, and I put it in a 2-gallon garden sprayer, which is down there, and I saturated all the carpeting in here, and then I took a garden hose and hosed it out. Oh, it looks like we got a sealed one bad there. Well, that sure didn't take long. Huh. Yeah. But anyway, so I sprayed it with that stuff in the garden sprayer, and then I hosed and hosed and hosed and hosed, using pressure, reasonable amount of pressure. And it did a wonderful job of getting the smell out of the boat, that pet urine or cat urine odor out of the boat. And I used, was it Zep? Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, Zep. And that stuff really did the trick. So, that stuff rescued the boat, and we'll be good to go. So, that'll be my update for today.